Literally, it's no pressure. I'm your host, Bangum Bug, and we got a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Man, SlyTae. You can find me anywhere pretty much around in the streets of all over, man. I'm just up and coming artist. I just been through a lot of shit, and I just said let me put all the stuff into just music. So
Okay, so how long you been doing music?
since I was locked up, I just went to rain, and now since I'm just actually being out, so I've been doing music all my life. I got an ear for it. I'm Aquarius, so but basically since I've been writing, now I'm just pushing it out. So I give it about 3 weeks now, like just
Well,
to
that's what's
start
up.
pushing it out. So yeah.
So you for real with it this time?
Yeah, for real. I got so much written up. Like I wrote so much music when I was incarcerated, and I just say, you know what? Let me start pushing it out because Atlanta, they need it right now.
Okay, I always ask, what was you locked up for?
Well, I did juvenile time for 3 years. That was a robbery charge as a juvenile. I was in one of the worst juvenile facilities in Georgia. That's Eastman YDC. I did 3 years in that one. I stayed out roughly 15 months, caught a federal case, and they ended up sending me out to Edgefield, South Carolina. And that was just gun charges. Like, I was out there, man, hot-headed, young. That's it.
Okay, so tell the people like where you originally from.
Greater Memorial Hospital, Greater Homes Apartments, man, Bell Street. So, yeah, officially stamped, Fourth Ward. But it's like I'm all over. Like Greater Homes is where I'm from, but we moved to East Atlanta. I was out on Joyce, Line, McAfee, anything on the east side of town or the west side of town or anything. I'm just all over, but I'm originally from Atlanta, Greater Homes Apartments.
Okay, so did you grow up both your parents?
No, my dad was a pimp, and my mom, I grew up under her custody, my grandma custody. My mom, she did the best she can do, but two boys at the moment, and I didn't grow up with him, but my pops, he tried. I had anger issues with him, but as time go on, you just gotta forgive. Still love your parents, cause that's the only way you can get blessings in life through God. So, but I ain't grow up with both of them.
So is it treat your parents right or you love your parents? Which one is it?
Well, you treat them right, but you gotta give them a dose of what they gave you. And they say the term tough love.
Yeah.
So I give them tough love, but at the end of the day, I can't say it's tough love, but it's difficult when you grow up a rebellious person. You feel me? So it's like you really don't know if this is the actions you should show towards the parents, or people just ain't been through enough to realize the actions that they should show towards the parents. So, on that particular question, I would just say, I love them though. Like I love both of my parents. Like if I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. So, fuck what they done or whatever. But I'm here now.
So do you feel like him not being there, did it make you want to be like a better father since he wasn't really
Of course,
cool with you like that?
Of course, that's gonna be any person who come up in an environment like that without their father being there. They gonna if they on the if they got the right mentality, they gonna say, hey man, my parents didn't do this for me, so I'm gonna make sure I do this for mine. And like I got my little knucklehead over there, my oldest one, she in St. Louis or whatever, but I gotta just. My dad got 22 kids. I only said, yeah, from South Carolina to Detroit to like all over, man. Like that man, look, and he's still living. So I said, God damn, man. But I gotta be there for mine. I can't be like him. Find a woman, leave it at there. Just leave it at the house, man. I can't be all over the streets, man. Like I got values over myself, So I can't do it like him, but I gotta be the opposite of him, though. So.
Yeah, I worked with a guy that was like he had 20-some kids, but it's hard to take care of that many kids, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, especially you ain't in the same house.
He didn't take care of. That's why all of them don't like him, but I'm the only one. My brother, then my baby sister. It's three more of his other kids, in South Carolina that don't mind dealing with him, but they awoken, to like realize like, hey, this is my father. Like regardless of if he was there or not, I still gotta love him, So that's it for that one. But I think he's a good person though. Like he still come around. He try and do what he can do for me. So I like him just for that. I'm named after him, so I might as well just rock out with him.
That's what's up. Okay, so what would you say the most traumatic experience you had as a child?
Damn, the most dramatic. I got too many. Like you say, the most dramatic. Okay, so my aunt, she was mentally, messed up in the head. When I say I come from great homes, like I was in the house being raised by my uncle who was, a drug addict, walk around talking to herself. My aunt, either way, long story short, she tried to stab me and my brother. She locked us in the house. I ended up going out of the way great homes was set up. You can get out on the back window and it's a little thing on your back porch. You climb down. That's the only way we got out of the house. And she tried to stab me and my brother. We didn't know. We was young, so I don't think we knew our auntie worked at the West End Mall at Bronnersville, and we just trying to get the hell out of there and just, walk to the West End Mall. But it was some police officers that asked her what was going on, and they took us to her. And I was young. I was probably about 9 years old when that stuff happened, or 8. So yeah, that was enough for your auntie, the same one who clothed you, bathed you, to come and try and pull a knife on you. Like that's scary to go through as a child because you don't know how to think about it. So yeah, that was enough right there on that one. And it's so many more.
So was she on drugs or she was just like
no on
crazy?
Drugs? It was I want to give and take. It was just PCP. I don't know. They thought it was whatever else it should have been, but it just had them messed up. I don't know. They just talking to themselves. They hallucinate. So like whatever the drugs did, cause I like after that I can't. As a child, that's the only reason why I say when I got older, like people might toot the cocaine. I'm terrified of it, because I seen too much from my auntie and my uncle go through that. So
you be like, I ain't going through this.
yeah, I don't want none of that shit in my nose. I don't want it. Give me some weed, give me a bill, give me some cigarettes. I'm good.
Okay, some words or actions you want to be forgiven because you know the hurt will never be forgotten.
Say this. You say what?
Words or actions you want to be forgiven because you know the hurt will never be forgotten.
So basically, like, can I take anything back, or if I could take it back, what would I take back?
You want it to be forgiven that you might not feel like somebody might not forgive you.
No, I don't. No, cause my heart's so pure. I've done so much for so many people. Like I always had to be the one to catch the shit end of the stick and build my way back up to whatever empire I need to build it up to. And then it's like the same old thing again. So, but honestly, I don't got Listen, I'm so pure hearted. Like I done so much, for a lot of people, man.
Okay, a good person who gave you a bad memory and a bad person who gave you a good memory.
Oh,
and what are the memories?
That's gonna be a good one, man. I had a buddy of mine, too many buddy of mine, but it was a coworker. I trained them on how to do forklift operating or whatever when I was into the working field. And as time go by, but long story short, the guy pulled the gun on me, man, and he was going off alcohol, going off whatever drugs he was on. He said somebody's grandma died, and he pulled the gun in my face, and I was fucked up at that point. I told him, I said, man, you put the gun down, I'll whoop your ass. And I think that's what kind of triggered his nerve, like, this nigga talking to. So it's like, that was a bad encounter with it. And that was a person who I thought was a friend. Man, we had so many encounters, man. We got a heart I got a heart so pure. But the only reason why I say we, because of my family. So like, if we allow other people to come around us and we consider them as family, they steal from us. So it's like, who the hell can we trust? Because that was the heart can be so pure. I've been through too much shit with so many people. I've been shot by mostly friends. I've been robbed by mostly friends. So that's why my circle's so small now. I can barely fit in that motherfucker. Like I don't trust nobody. I think the kids or like my fiance, or some. It got to be a family friend. It got to be somebody who knows somebody in my family in order for me to just be comfortable enough to come out and just chill with you. Because the way Atlanta is set up now, the streets, the whole world itself, it's upside down. You know, I don't be knowing if it's the cold shot they put on these people or not. But I was like, hell no, I had to fall back from it, man.
You said some friends robbed you?
Man, I've been shot. I don't know if the camera can see, but I was shot by a person I went to middle school with. You know, I had a buddy of mine. Thought he was cool. We called him over to the house for a family emergency. Next thing you know, just shit was missing out my house. You know, so I said, man, you know what? If the police would have came, I'm sure they would have got this. They would have got that. They would have got all that. But you telling me the police, they came, they just went in my house, walked out. I ain't got a warrant, I ain't got none of that. So what my shit, dog? You know, like, so that's the kind of shit I'm on. But I was like I've been through too much stuff. So when it comes to like taking losses, I might stress over that shit at the end of the day. But by the time I sleep good on it, it's more money. It still got to accumulate, you know. So you can't settle down just because you take a loss or a hit. You gotta get that shit back together, crank up like a British strategist, and just keep going with it.
So do you feel like it's an honor among thieves or criminals, like people who operate outside the law?
Now it's an honor for outlaws, but most of the outlaws, they're no thieves. Like, but now it can't be an honor for a thief. It depends on what are you taking from. Like, I respect a thief if they're taking from, like, how can I say it? Like, it gotta be like a Robin Hood for me to consider you a good thief. You gotta be that motherfucker who gonna go and take from the richest, and you gotta come back and give to the poor, which is in our environment, you know. So if you steal a white collar crime, if that's white, if you doing white collar crime and you steal it, I respect that. But for you to come and steal from somebody who's giving you, you know, a place of comfort or a safe haven, or like showing you brotherhood. Now, you steal from your own brother. Now, it's like we could take it to how they do in the islands and cut off a finger or a hand. I'd be comfortable with that, but it's no honor with these, man. Not from your own brother, you know.
You think it should be an age limit on that, like cutting off somebody's foot, like when they do something wrong?
So age limit. Now it should, if anything, it should start at probably around roughly 21. I go with 21 because I feel like at 21 you should know enough. If you at the age of 21 and you still, you not that fucking up, you on some just miscellaneous stuff. Say for instance, cutting the catalyst to convert off people's car, like, wow, you know, like it be the petty crimes that get me with the thieves, like. But at the age limit, it should be 21. You know, they old enough to smoke, drink, whatever, get into the club. They old enough to know, you know, what's going on. Like, I just can't respect when they steal from hard-working people. Like, I don't like a thief, man. Probably I might have karma coming up on me because when I grew up, I was a bad kid. Yeah, I stole, but it's a piece of bubble gum or, you know, it's something I get a whipping for, and I'm like, okay, cool. I ain't gonna do it no more. But for people to still do it at a certain age, nah, it can't be no honoring on it.
What do you think about people who steal like small stuff, like Black and Mild? Or...
Those are the ones, like, cause they should know better. Like,
yeah.
And another thing, they should know better. But if it's something that petty, before you even steal it, man, I'm sure if you need to smoke and you got stress on you that bad, God will find a way for you to find your Black and Mild before you steal it. Cause the minute you steal it, whether you pay for it or not, the people might not see who you stole it from, but God see it. You know, so now the minute you get that and put it in your pocket, lit it up, the minute God, he just let karma know, like, hey, watch that motherfucker right there, we on it. And that's how the universe works, so, yeah.
And then it's like, you be thinking like, damn, all you had to do was just ask me.
Just ask.
But they'll just take it.
They'll take it. I'm like, damn, why did you do that? You know, like.
Okay, the most difficult moment and the most painful moment.
Man, when I got shot, that was one. But yeah, the most difficult was I got into a car wreck. I just got out. I got the Charger thing or whatever. The Chargers, you know that around what year that was, about 2017. But I got into a wreck and I hit the media. The car flipped out. I died for like an hour and 13 minutes I died. I ain't wake up till I was at Atlanta Medical. And I ain't feel nothing then, but I know like the next day I was messed up and I didn't know how to take the pain pills. I didn't know I had to eat with it. And I just know they gave me a number of prescriptions and I done messed around and took about 3 of them. And the Tom and Jerry cartoon, you know, they don't talk, but it was so crazy because they went to talk to me through the TV and I said, oh hell no, I'm fucked up. But I was, and after that I didn't take no more pain pills, but trying to get through the pain like naturally, it was messed up for 6 months of bed rest on that. Like nerve damage on my left side, like eyes to the ear, all the way down to the shoulder, my knee, my Achilles, everything is damaged. Like that car wreck took me out. And I got into a city-year truck wreck probably about a good 2 years after that, and the seatbelt slammed back down over the shoulder that was shot in. And it's been pain, man. My body fucked up. Like if it get too cold, I don't even come outside. I just have to sit in the house and be by the heater. Like, you know, like my body messed up.
Like nerve damage.
Nerve damage is critical. Like I got so much stuff just in the order, man. Like I'm trying to just. The doctor even said I wouldn't even be able to walk straight, you know, after that charge wreck. But I said that what the doctor say. Like mentally, I went out there and I pushed myself, man. I started back walking straight, jogging, running, you know, just living my life. Cause anything that hold you down as fear or something that you might not can accomplish, it's gonna block a barrier in your mind. So like, I just have to keep pushing. I got to like, I love the police, I love the law, whatever, but I can't go for it, man. If I know I need to do what I gotta do in order to survive, I gotta do it. You know, and that go with pain, the hospital, to whatever, like.
You said you love the police. Where they come from?
Yeah, I know it came from out of nowhere because like anytime, because I used to be an ambulance driver and I didn't even like to speak to them in a quick trip. But at the end of the day, I had to realize some police might not be fucked up, but it was just like, I got my ass whooped by a police, so that's why like you gotta love them for only the right ones. But that came from out of nowhere. I'm trying to brain rush my mind. Like I talk over myself sometimes, you feel me? But you gotta love the police for the simple fact, like shit, they gotta do something. You know, they don't do their job. So I love the police because I know I'm one of them people. I'm gonna make them do their job. Basically, they gonna have to do whatever they gotta do, and that's it on that one. We gotta go to the question
I mean, it's cool. Brian had an interview. I think I forgot what I was about to say like 4 times.
It catch me,
so it just be like that sometimes.
But I was going off the pain, but I just been through too much shit. Like I don't know, it's so much pain, bro.
Okay, yeah. So if I'm a part of a gang that terrorizes the neighborhood, right? And I mean, so you think a person still could be like, even though they not like that, you still feel like that's a good person, even though they associate themselves with people who terrorize the neighborhood and they know it?
No, they still good people. Cause ain't nobody perfect in this world. Like I don't even gangbang, but it's sad to say like I'm just around it like daily, but I still stand neutral. But the way I see certain gang members now, the way I see certain people, they do what they do. They have organized. They organize with it, and it's a lot of them. They don't even be organized with it, like, and they just have the youth out there that's crash dummies, and that's what I don't agree with. That's why I say ain't no way in the hell I can join a gang, because if I do, it gotta be a high ranking number for me. It gonna have to be some structures, but for them to I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because I be around so many people, like, and I believe, you know, some good people can, you know, you
be
can be
around
yeah, you can be around whatever. It just depends on the mentality the person's got. Like if they weak minded, then they subject to be, you know, next to anything. But if they strong minded, they would stand next to that same leader and just say, hey man, look, we can push it out like this the right way. How about you just start lining the guys up and don't have them breaking in cars or selling drugs. Start getting them in recreational centers doing, you know, boxing or something entertaining like that. That's another reason I don't even come outside no more because of that. I seen too much chaos, man. it's hell out here. It's like the older people don't even care to put energy into the youth. You know, put knowledge into them. You know, basically.
I think gangs will evolve. It was a video. The KKK was saying like
That's the
eventually
biggest nuance.
we gonna be judges, police officers, and lawyers. Eventually, the Bloods and the Crips got to say the same shit,
Goddamn
and
right.
it's got to be structured. So once they do that and evolve, like yeah, it shouldn't be better. But
It will. But at the end of the day, they still have to do. It's still gonna be a warfare. They still got to do what they got to do in order, like, for it to evolve. You feel me? So that's why I say I can't knock it, and I don't even disagree with it. I just respect the certain ones that have the proper order. You know, like when they just, I can't even explain it, man. Like I said, I'm just neutral. But when I say I literally just be around so much of it, it's modern day life. I remember even growing up in Atlanta. The only thing I really seen in Atlanta was like the GDs and the folks, but it's like now it's a whole new era of this shit. It's like you see so much of everything now, and it's like it's life, you know.
okay, so name a person who has built you up and a person who has tore you down, and how did they do it?
Shit, I'm gonna take my head out to my old lady, man, my fiance, like, cause she built me up by just like I might think that she's down on me, but really it just be the criticism that
Give me
she.
an example.
Well, god damn motherfucker, you always gotta ask me for some cigarettes. You can't just like it. It be the smallest stuff. Or I might just be in my feelings and I feel like damn the energy I got behind a certain project or a certain plan. She might not be into agreement with it, but it's like if she don't be into an agreement with it, I gotta just hear so much other shit. Then I get in my feelings. I'm like, damn, man. You know, it get discouraging. That's what I can say.
Okay,
That
I
an
noticed.
example of it. Man, I've been through too many examples. We had too many examples. You're right, though. You're right.
Okay, so I noticed like a lot of black women cuss out black men.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Because if a female try to cuss at me, I damn near want to beat her ass. So I tell her, look, you don't talk to me like that, man. I don't know what you used to.
Yeah.
So how do you handle that? Like, do you let that slide, or what do you say?
I mean, it depends on who it's coming from or what female, or it depends on the situation that I did for the reason why the female is coming off of me like that. But I don't know. I'm just quick to just say, man, like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You know, I don't want to hear that shit, and I just walk off. And I don't know because I have to walk off on some shit because I got just anger issues. So it's like I know men not supposed to put their hand on women, but certain men like don't like if you try and walk. I feel like if a man is trying to walk off or whatever the conflict may be with the female, it wouldn't be right for a female to keep charging at a man as if they are a man. Like certain women now they just don't know how to like stay into that particular environment of their mind. Like if you see a brother trying to walk off, leave you alone, y'all might be heated up or whatever, but for you to come at a brother, then if he wants to put his hands on you and saying, oh, well, and I see that shit every day on YouTube. I'm like, man, that's not right though. Like, because what if the lady wouldn't have been harassing the brother? And that's basically with black women though. Like, and it's always in the urban communities, man. Like, you can, man, I don't. It's the urban community, man. Like the government know what they did to it, man. They did it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but ass whooping straighten all that shit out.
My hand whooping straighten it out.
You whoop somebody's ass one time,
What?
and you hit them hard now, they know not to try this shit no more. Male or female.
But when you try and walk off, that would make it worse for them. Like, I don't know. But yeah, you're right. That's all they need. One good licking, man.
Okay, I guess give me like the best and worst day of your life.
Shit, when I got released from prison, I did my federal bid. That was the worst and best day of my life because it was like I was happy because I was getting out of prison, but it was the worst day because I didn't get a chance to just go to the halfway house or none of that. So it like they just put me out, back, into the environment. Like after I've been locked up after all these years, and it's like, damn. let a brother go to the halfway house. Let me get my mind developed. Instead, I just had to get out and just swing right into motion. So I said, that's a good thing to do, but it was just worse because I'm like, damn, I seen everybody else go to the halfway house and they got their thoughts and stuff, and you know they got all the treatment they needed to do time in prison to get out and just rehabilitate themselves. But I didn't have that option. But I ain't let it stop me. It was still the worst day because I had to just do so much stuff just to focus on myself, you know. So that was the best day of getting out of prison. The worst day was getting out of prison because it was like reality, like the doors just hit me. Like it's either you gonna make your mind up, you either gonna be on the streets, either gonna get a family, or either you gonna get a career. And it's like I was trying to juggle all three on. So I said, hell, I might as well put all of them on my back, you know. And I'm gonna told it like that because you can't let stuff stress you. So I say when I first got out.
Yeah, so they didn't give you a trade or nothing? They just kind of let you out?
They didn't give me no trade. I did when I was a juvenile. Now I was able to get my high school diploma, but it's like when I got older and I did the Fed time, like they didn't give me nothing. Like they just handed me my little card. I probably had like 3,500 from just getting out of prison. And I'm like, damn, that's all I got. It's real world now. Like no halfway house. Then I had an ankle monitor, and they had me on intensive probation. So for them people to just be coming to, if not my house, my mom's house, they send the dollars through the attic because of whatever the charge I had. And yeah, it was hell, man. I've been on probation now, man. I don't even care to look at. I don't even care to walk in the courtroom, man. Like that's how I'm done with the law. Like I just do the right thing, and you know, sometimes even if it's, I can't explain, but if it's ever you can, a person can do something so good to the point where if it's illegal, you can make it look legal. You know, and that's kind of like how my mind frame is set up now. Like you just gotta push it.
Okay, since you all about not going to jail, so your fiance could beat your ass, and you probably have to just take it, right?
She ain't gonna beat my ass now. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna get the fuck on. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, you know. But other than that, I ain't about to just sit there and take no ass with me. Like if I gotta push you, like, hey, get fucked back, like you know, to get the hell out of the way. Yeah, I gotta do that. I got a life, you know. I still got my life, so I gotta, you know. But we don't get into. I don't get into it. Like she a crazy motherfucker. Like she crazy. I done been hit upside the head by a man with a heater, man, and
damn,
rat tail cone went straight through my kneecap. So I be respecting her like a motherfucker. Like they be like some damn. So I have to. I've been rocking out with her for about 8 years now, though, and it's like I can't trust another female out there in the world because the kind of person I am, I really never even like had relationships. So like I be in long-term relationships. Like I probably had 6 girlfriends out my whole life. That's about it. So I gotta keep that one, man. Like 8 years, like she attracts to. I ain't gonna let her run too far, man.
Yeah, that's good, bro. Ain't shit out here.
Hell nah, it ain't.
Shit out here for real.
But some drama. You gotta think like I can't like I realize a lot like when I see a lot of people like even I can't knock strippers because like you know they women they just gotta grind, but I be wishing people can just understand the value of their self. Like I be seeing so many pretty women they'll just be going out bad or just the way they carry themselves, or they might think, hey, well I might look better with this, and they clown their face up with so much makeup, and it's like, baby girl, what if you just was to go out naturally? Like, do you know how good you'll look? Like a lot of black women, they are afraid of their own natural appearance, and they don't even know this. It looks so good to them though. But I gotta stick with mine though.
I mean, yeah, I just say a lot of black women hate the way they look.
Yeah, and I realize that.
So like, you know, like when you meet women who be like, oh, I only like light skinned guys, but they won't just say I want my kids to be look a certain way,
right?
But yeah, it's self hatred, man. That's a lot of this shit. Okay, the last time you suffered in silence.
Right now, like because I wouldn't say right now, but like what I got going on, like you know, just at the moment because I'm going through it right now. We all suffer in silence, like, but I don't suffer too bad. I just say it's like just trying to pinpoint to put things in order. But I wouldn't even call it suffering. So I don't know. I don't know when I ever suffered though, cause I hate the stress. Like I can't stress myself out. I just say gratitude gonna pull everything together, you know. So that's all I go off. But I don't know. That's a good ass question though. Sure.
Yeah, I gotta ask this. So, you think her whooping your ass got you saying, "I'm gonna ride it on out"? That heat and that rat tail going through your kneecap, you
Yeah.
got to strain you up, huh?
Yeah, cause I mean it's a certain ass whooping you can get. Either you gonna say, look, it's either you gonna say, look, I gotta stick with this shit. I gotta get the fuck away from it. But it can't, cause I think I got knocked unconscious. Cause I just remember me trying to lean up off the bed, and I seen the motherfucker she coming. I done put my knees so ow, you know that shit I went through, and I said, well, hell, nah, I gotta get the fuck out of here, and I ran through the hallway. So yeah, it was sad. It wasn't worth to stay for because like you gotta think if a woman put enough energy to goddamn go outside your head with a heater, she love you. You know, it's something there. Like for her to knock the shit out of me, I think like she seen so much potential and she wasn't about to let me just, you know.
I need a girl who think like that, Dance.
Yeah.
Going upside your head, you realize she loves.
Yeah, like she knocked the shit out of me. I said, damn, she never did that shit to me, but it knocked some sense into me. Like, yeah, I needed it.
So you cheated or something?
Nah, I ain't cheat. It was just I was fucking with her. I was really fucking with her, and damn, I forgot what the fuck. Well, I was drunk though, and I know I was fucking with. It was some shit happened. I'm tired. I be so upside down, man. I be out of my mind sometimes, but I don't know if that's when I popped the beer can with a slingshot. She was drinking the Heineken, and I was sitting in the living room. We was already heated, so I'm just fucking with her, you know. And I done popped the beer with a Heineken, man. And like shit won't ever end from that, man. So I fucked myself up on it. I deserved it though. She caught me good, but you know it's life. I love her for it.
Yeah, I can't take that shit, boy.
But I think it's just because of the time we done been around each other. Like we brothers, we sisters. Like she down there like a mom. It's crazy, man. Like she a Sag, I'm a Aquarius, and that's another thing too. Like when people start getting into relationships, they got to study the zodiacs. They got to. If they don't study the zodiacs, man, them people might drag the hell out of each other. Don't even know they dragging each other. They don't. They might not even know they're compatible. So that's another thing, though.
Yeah, I just women they gotta obey. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, man.
Obey me, and everything will go good.
Motherfucker crazy. Them motherfucker crazy. Them 2022 women. Shit.
Okay, it's a quote I seen on. It says sometimes it takes a good fall to know where you stand. So the last time you took a fall and you just realized, like, I guess how people really like fuck with you.
Oh yeah, that's easy. I just took a fall like the whole month of I want to say what last month that was January. So like around the beginning and the whole December, like before 2022 could get here, like I took a hell of a fall, like from you know so-called friends that come over, like they you know steal shit out the house. I can't say what they stole out the house because you know it's still, but like they stole out the house. So that was on one occasion. It was a old person of mine that I knew because I used to date this little sister, and then his girlfriend knew my fiance, so we thinking we can trust them people, but the whole time the girlfriend done stole some at my house just to get to her boyfriend. In another incident that occurred a little bit after that one, the people who I know they stole some stuff out my house. When I was telling you about the police situation, like, well, they gonna try and say the police took this and took that, and I'm like, man, it's all good, but I can't consider that as a loss because I'm still blessed to know it happened to me and I still got breath in my body. So, you know, if I can lose, anytime you lose something, you always gonna gain more. So that's why I say, like, but yeah, I done been through too much, even with the cars, like the cars and stuff. I wrecked that. The damn Impala, I thought somebody put a hex on me though, but I took so many losses I'm used to. A loss for me to take it, man, like another Monday, you know, like. it's life. Like if we can't fend through it, you know, oh well.
Okay, a time you healed in a cry in public.
A time I healed back a cry in public.
Yeah.
Shit, my first baby mama in St. Louis, she slapped the shit out of me in Walmart, and it hurt so bad I had to put my oldest daughter on her like. And you know how you can get slapped, that shit will ring so hard. And I asked the lady, and I said, man, is it a scar on my motherfucking face or something? But I was so mad, and like she took off running like a child. So I said, Aria, go get your mama. And I walked out of Walmart, but I wanted to cry like she stung the left ear. She stung that motherfucker so hard it was ringing. So I wanted to cry in public on that one though.
Why women beat your ass like that,
Man, I think
man?
because of my dad, I don't know. He had so many growing up, man. Like I don't know if it just had to go through the generics and that shit flop on me, but I went through hell with them women. I done had a girl trying to throw some hot grits on me, man. Like I done had some
Damn.
shit. I done had
That's old school.
a cougar done goddamn followed me down. Well, my ex, I ain't gonna call her a cougar. I still have respect for her. Like even if I'm not with them no more, they still got a sister part, you know. They still cool people, man, but they crazy. Women, it's some crazy ass women out here though. Come to think about it, man, like I done seen too much from the women, man. But some women got more heart than certain dudes out here. I can say that, cause like, just with the females I even be around, man, like, I can trust females more than I can trust a dude, you feel me? Because I know they ain't. Some of them are a snake, and some of them are trying, you know, be on some grind shit. But the females who be around me now, man, I can trust them like a sister, you know, and like that's about it on that one.
Okay, it was a post on Facebook. It was Michael Basin. It said one of the first signs that your partner is losing interest is blank, and there was a lady. She replied, when they don't smile at you anymore. So, give me a time where you realize a chick didn't love you anymore.
Shit. I don't know, cause I really well, I know my fiance. That's the only one who I love. Now, she taught me about love. But when I was growing up, I had a girlfriend. I went to Avondale Middle, and it ain't that she didn't love me. Hell, she just left me. Another guy who stayed in my neighborhood had done took her away, but I was just hurt from it because I'm like, damn, you could have said something you liked to him, and you know, I'm cool with that. But she ended up just hating that she even, you know, talked to her, because a lot of women when they look at me now, they're like, damn, I thought he might have went back to jail or something like so. Sometimes they just miss out on their own blessings on it, you know. But yeah, she hurt my feelings big on that. That's why I said I can't trust y'all, because for me to be your boyfriend, you my girlfriend, but now you going to talk to this motherfucker who stay about 7 houses up from me. So yeah, that hurt my feelings. And yeah.
Okay, so what would be like the best advice you could give to a couple that's going through a rocky time?
They gotta learn how to compromise. Like they gotta learn how to, you know, communicate with each other. Even if they have anger issues, but it'll be best if they was to not put their friends or family into the issues that they have going on in their household, and just start compromising, communicating, you know, just with their self sometimes. Like me, for instance, like when I go through rocky situations, it's just because I'm stubborn. I don't like to listen, but eventually she ended up just, I see the hurt on her, and I have to get my shit together. So I'm like, yeah, you know what, I can't keep doing it like that. But yeah, that's all they need to do. Communicate more. You know, show the more emotional sides from both parties to each other.
Okay, so when the last time you lied to a woman and why?
Shit. The last time I lied to a woman, and why? Shit, hell, before I got into the relationship with this one, because like it was a older woman I was dealing with, and she was 45, and I lied to her by just going cold turkey on her. Like that was a crazy relationship. She was older than me, so it was certain shit she was just trying to do, and I went with it. So I ran from that one, and I lied. I guess I lied to her by not just responding or what going cold turkey when you don't communicate with a woman in a relationship and you just say pack your shit and you gone. Like that's what I did, and I lied to her. I guess I can consider that a lie, but I don't think I lied to this one right here. I ain't lied to her yet.
Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah, I gotta say yet
we,
because I don't know what the future may hold. But I'm talking shit though. But nah, I can't lie to her. I think it's just I can't do. I can't.
well, she
do
gonna
no
beat
wrong.
your ass though.
She
Anyway,
from-
she find out.
I gotta find out the shit too. She from the islands, and I gotta find out why I just can't. I don't feel comfortable just to. I might be just more comfortable on my family though, cause it'd be like women in the street. I can't. I don't know. I just ain't no interest in them. Like I just be more. If we were to ever break up, then yeah, I might show interest in all the women in the world. But right now, it's just my mind be focused on just keeping the family attached, man. Like I don't know. I don't think I could ever. Like, I can lie to a female quick, but I don't want to lie to a female quick. I think.
I'm gonna say this shit too. It seemed like you seem like one of them types. If you cheated, like a woman that have to like show you like a whole bunch of shit to where like you feel like she down, like your fiance. Like,
Yeah.
if she don't, you gonna be like, "Bitch, it ain't no reason for me to fuck with you." Like,
Yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah.
That basically about it. Cause I'm like I said, I'm an Aquarius, man. The 13th of that. So it like even if I do get fucked up in a lie or something, that shit going to the grave with me. You know, I don't know shit. If it ain't on paper, they can't give you the proper proof. I don't know what the hell they talking about. And I'm just that kind of person. Like I ain't seen shit, I don't know shit, and I just, I'm just living life.
okay, when you was locked up, like, what's one of the worst things you seen when you was in there?
Man, I seen a lot. I ain't gonna lie, like when I first hit the feds, I called Mom Dukes. I said, Mom, I don't know what the fuck these people got me at. I was in Edgefield, South Carolina, but they were trying to get me to the Atlanta USP. But I seen it was some guys that were arguing that night after we were locked down. So the next day, we all in the coffee line or the ironing room line, and the people who I guess they were talking shit, these some grown big ass men. You gotta think I was just 19 when I caught the Fed case, so I was skinny, but for him, they boiled the water. They got this machine called 180 or 190, and they pulled this thing there called Magic Shade, bro. Like when he pulled it and he turned around and just dashed it in the man's face, like I'm talking about. So when he go to wiping it off, all his skin just coming off. I say, ain't no when the hell I'm out to be in here, man. Like, yeah. And then I seen some Hispanics that had a racial ride down there. No, I ain't never seen an eyeball come out the head. I'm telling you, it's like a cord or something attached to it. And I said, man, hell no, man. After that, I just went to like really running track. I might gamble a little bit, skiing, and that's about it. Like after that, I had to say to myself, and I fucked it with only the Atlanta car. Like anything from the Fed set up different. So anything in the South, they all ride together. I don't care if it's Florida, I don't care whatever. Like the South ride together, North ride together. Everything is just it's a different structure in there. But yeah, I seen some worse shit, man. That's some gruesome stuff, man.
So you see anybody get raped?
Well, we heard the rapes, but I remember I used to ask the shot caller, like, man, what the fuck that is? He said, man, you know them nigga paperwork hack. So I'm like, damn, man, they goddamn got it going up through that, I guess. But I ain't seen it, I done heard it, but racial riots and like, that'll do something to you also. That's why I said I was pissed off, like, when the people didn't let me go to a halfway house or anything like that. I feel I was mistreated on that because for you to just, you can, the hearing of just knives being sharp and everything. Like when racial riots go on, them people lock you down, send you to the hole for like a month. That shit is for real. You can't see shit in there. You can't talk. You just, it's a slot open up, get your food. That's it. We're gonna cut the lights on in 30 minutes. Y'all come out. I don't. That's why I say I don't want to go back there. You know, been through too much shit, too many fights. Like it been so many fights. Fighting is boring to me. I'm like, man, you got that shit. I ain't got time for this shit, you know. But it was life. But it's too much shit going on in prison. It's like that. It is a third world country. That's a whole third world country in that, man.
Okay, so I guess tell us about your latest projects and how people can find your merch and all that kind of stuff.
Well, SlyTae, you can go to YouTube. It's on all platforms. I think that's about it. I got so much shit I'm campaigning. I'm trying to get my own clothing line. There's just so much stuff I'm trying to put into order. Like even trying to help people out with just income. You know, like showing people how to go in and start up a business and use a solo priority besides a LLC and stuff like that. See, I'm just an entrepreneur, but you can find me at, like I said, Instagram, Facebook, SlyTae, SlyTaye, and I got so much music just to drop, man. I gotta just push it. I gotta get into the studio, get my mind at ease, keep up with that one right there.
That's what's up. Okay, literally, there's no pressure. I guess we're gonna be back in a minute with the next interview, so we'll be right back.